Hey Jeff and all the Supernatural fans out there. I got a new video this week. Sorry I've been gone away for so long. I just had things that I had to take care of for my job because I work for a hospital and extra training and basically bullshit stuff. But I had to do it. So I've been away from the car, and but this weekend I came back to do some things to the car. Did I get what I wanted done to the car this week done on it? Not particularly, but I did get some things done that is definitely going to help us out. I just kind of wanted to show you that the distributor is now in the car. Dad got that all installed while I was away for the last 3 weeks, and basically it took a little bit more finagling, and we don't know why, but it's all in, it's all good and stuff now. Also kind of wanted to talk to you about the radiator. Obviously the radiator's out of this car, and we're going to probably put a new one in. Or we might have the old one fixed. I think we should put a new one in, and that's still kind of up in the air on that right now. But what I wanted to talk to you about was if you're going to run the Edelbrock Performer intake, which is what is on the original car, or was before they switched over to the 502 big block, there's something you guys need to know. When you go out and look at your stock, if you got a stock 67 Impala sitting in your driveway and stuff, it's going to have the cast iron big heavy intake on it. And when you look at your water neck, this is your water neck right here. Now I got a rag stuck down in this, so nothing will get down in the engine when you move this radiator hose. But anyway, this neck, let me try to come up from its top side here. See how that sticks straight out? Well, on a stock radiator, on your stock 67 Impala, your water neck stuck out this way. Well, you can't run that on this intake because this right here is your water temp sensor, okay? And if you did that, it's going to hit this, your hose and everything, so it doesn't line up. So what you need to do is you need to get a new hose, okay? And this hose right here I'm holding, see how it's got that bend in it? That bend is so when it goes up here on this water neck, see how it misses the water temp sensor there? There's that curve to it. So then it comes out and boom, it's going to go right into your radiator. I use Gates hoses. This number right there is 21434, and that's, like I said, a Gates hose. The bottom hose is a Gates hose also, and that number is, I don't know if I can get down here on this to get it. There we go. 20475. So there you guys go. Those are the hoses that you need to run on this car if you're going to run the Edelbrock intake. The bottom hose is just a stock hose, okay? Nothing special about it. So anyway, there's the engine compartment. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to see, oh God, door's missing. Why is the door missing, Rick? Door's missing because we wanted to pull the seat out. And I'm going to go into the reason for that here in just a little bit. I'll show you. But basically this car had an electric front seat. And if you see this wire sticking up here on the floor, that's for the electric seat. And the electric seat, that'll move backward, forward, it'll raise, it'll lower, it'll tilt forward, it'll tilt back, all for your driving pleasure. And it's just a pain in the ass to get out. So we figured the best way to do it was to take off the door, slide the seat right out, and it worked perfect for us. So this door is going to remain off for quite a while. Okay, and I'm going to go into that here in just a little bit. So anyway, as we look throughout the car, oh look guys, no interior, okay, except for some door panels. Dash and everything still all hooked up, and I'm going to go into that, why that's there, and the steering wheel's still on this car. First off, like I said, seats are removed. And if you look back here, I'm going to try to stay out of the car if I can on this because I don't want to lose the lighting. But the package tray's been removed, the backrest and all that stuff. Everything, speakers, everything's been removed. Come over here, you're going to see that the cell panel's been removed. I call it the wind lace, that piece of upholstery that kind of comes down up over the rear wheel well and kind of comes down to the floor. That's been removed. We know that the headliner's been removed because, well, it was falling apart, and that's why we're doing this. So anyway, and it goes the same with the left side of the car. Remember, left side is driver's side. So all this has been removed. If you look at the back glass, all the trim's been removed and everything. Here's for you guys out there that want to attempt your own work on your own interior and stuff, okay? Here's the tricks of the trade. First off, when you remove something, you want to label it. Now, I'm going to show you here in just a few seconds. But every time that you pull a screw out, put that screw right back. Once you get the item, lay it out as you take it apart, and then as soon as it's removed, put those screws right back in the same hole. Why is that? That way you don't lose them. Otherwise, trust me guys, when you start disassembling a car, you're going to have a ton of shit, okay? And you're going to go, where did this screw go? Where did this one go? If you put it back in the same hole, guess what? It'll fit right back in that same hole. Trim around the top of the doors. Like I said, up here on the headline, on the front, all that trim has been removed. The rear view mirror's been removed. So all this stuff has been removed, okay? So any place I took out a screw to remove something, it went right back into that hole, okay? So all the screws and everything are right back there. Now, when you get a pile of trim, like what we're seeing right here, well, how do you know where this piece goes or this piece when you go back to assemble the car? Because it might set out a month, 2 months, however long it's taking you to do something. Well, then you come back 2 months later and you're like, well, where in the fuck did this go? Well, if you label your pieces, you can come back 2 years later and put it in, and you're going to know exactly where it goes. And I'm going to just show you some of my markings. This piece right here, you're like, well, where in the hell did that go? Well, here's my marking. It says BGRS. These are my markings. You can label them however you want, but it stands for back glass right side. You come over here, there's a T, and if you come on to this side, there's a B. T is for the top, B is for the bottom. Why do I mark both sides? Just in case something would come off. You know, that T comes off, I know that the other side's the bottom and stuff. I'm very, very anal, okay? We got a piece here. This is going to be upside down, but it says DSW. That's driver's side window. So when it's in the car, it's going to go up above your glass and stuff. Like I said, I mark everything, everything, everything. Here's one. PSF, passenger side front. Everything. Everything is labeled. You even get them over here to my, what I call my windlace. Well, right there says passenger side windlace. So I know exactly where that goes. Everything that I pull off from my cell panels, everything, I label it and mark everything on the inside with a magic marker. I always know where it goes. There's never a question where my stuff needs to go. Okay? So, like I said, you guys should, you know, if you're going to do your own work, it'll save you time, energy, headaches when you go to assemble your car. Okay? Because you know where your screws are, you put them right back in the same damn hole, and you know how your trim goes in because you've marked it. And when you mark it on the inside, no one will ever see it. Okay, guys? Here, let's take for let's look at a cell panel here. Here's a cell panel. Well, where did this one go? Well, we can look here. That's the top of my cell panel. It says PS, passenger side. So I know where that goes. Never, ever will waste time or energy trying to figure stuff out. So, there's that. Going to come over here. I'm going to look at the seats. This right here is the rear package tray. Had I been thinking, and I wasn't thinking, I just totally spaced it off. I forgot this was customized. As you see, it follows the contour. If you have, this is the backrest of the car right here. So we're going to put this in here like this was on the back of the car. See how everything lines up with the pleats and stuff, and so it's matching. Custom job. Unfortunately, I can't use that. I'm going to have to get a new package tray for the car, cut the holes in it, get my speakers mounted and stuff. So I forgot all about that. So, yep, we're going to get a new package tray for the rear. And they're like $40. It's nothing big, but I would highly suggest, you know, probably replacing them anyway. Unless you've got a really good shaped car. Something else I wanted to show here. Let's move this down. See, that in there, Jeff, and all the fans, that foam is ate up. In fact, that's a big fucking hole right there. Deteriorated, mice, God knows what's been in this car. And when that foam has to be replaced. Now, when I take my stuff to the upholster guy, my guy, when he quotes me a price, that includes new foam or springs fixed. Because sometimes these springs get rusted out and they break. That's all included in that price. So if I'm doing your car and I say, hey, your interior is $1,500, that means that if this needs to be replaced, that's already been included on that. Now let's look at the backrest here. Well, that son of a bitch is probably just the way it looked when it came out of the factory in '67. So nothing needs to be fixed there. But that one there is going to need all new foam. And it's just dry rotted. I mean, hell, it just crumbles in your hand. I'm going to talk a little bit about the front seat. I was talking about this being a power seat. There are the controls right there for the power seat. And then I'm coming down here and you see that big bracket and stuff, and it's just got all kinds of stuff that's heavy, but it allows your seat to do a whole bunch of different stuff. And that's how come we just couldn't flip it and just pull it out of the car. So that's how come we took the door off. So anyway, I'll probably, if I'm going to try to find Jeff another seat locally, and if I can find one, then I'm just going to not put the electric seat in, just because I like to get all anal, and Dean's car does not have an electric seat. Some guys like it. I mean, it is an upgrade and makes your car worth more and stuff. Hey, if you want it, you know, like I said, if I can find another one, this will be for sale, so we can recoup the money back into Jeff's car. So anyway, there's the seat, and the seat's in perfect condition too. There's your old seat belts, and so everything is out. So the next step, had I been smart and got a new package tray for the back, I would actually have the speakers and the wiring and everything ran. And so that's how come the carpet is still in this car. Because I did not want, because when you pull this stuff out, those old matting and the tar and stuff, it'll just make you black when you're crawling around in it. So there's no reason for me to pull this carpet out until I get that speaker wire and everything ready to run, in which it calls for a new package tray. So, and like I said, the dash and everything and steering wheel, all that's assembled. And here's the reason why. Once I get the new package tray, I'll get all the speakers and everything installed. Run all my speaker wire and my amp wires and everything. Because then I'm going to come back here and we're going to put all that back in here underneath. So you'll never see it like Stephanie's car. Once all that's done, the weapons box and stuff is going in. We're going to make it. And it's going to be in this car. Then what's going to happen is, I'm going to sit here on this floorboard. We're going to put this car on a trailer, and it's heading to the city where I live. Okay, because I come down here every weekend to my dad's, about an hour away. And we are going to take this to the city. Oh, you can probably hear a train in my background. I've got a train getting ready to go through. But we're going to take this car back to the city, and we're going to have all brand new exhaust put on it. After it comes out of the exhaust shop, then it's going to get taken to the alignment shop. And that is one loud train. And we're going to wait till that train goes by. Of course, it want to fucking go by when I'm doing a video. Okay. It's still going through. Boy, that son of a bitch loves tooting that horn. Okay, so we get out of the exhaust shop. It's going to go to the alignment shop. We're going to get all the front end aligned. After it comes out of the alignment shop, then it's going to go over to the upholstery shop. And at the upholstery shop, he's going to put an all brand new headliner in it. Once we get it out of the upholstery shop, oh, and he's going to do the seats. Then the car's going to get put back on a trailer. It's going to be brought back down here. And then I'm going to finish disassembling this dash. And that's when I'm going to paint her the buckskin and all that stuff. Then we're going to put the door back on. And, oh, by that time we should have the front end all put together and stuff. And so then really this car, the last thing that'll be done to it is either we'll have a body shop do all the body work and paint it, or Jeff will. But that's going to be how this car comes back together. So we know we got a whole new suspension underneath it. The motor's been freshened up, and you know, new hoses, new belts, new oil pump, new water pump. You know, we're talking new braking system. I mean, this thing, new heater core, new fan motor. There's going to be nothing later on that you go, oh, I should have done this. I mean, the only thing that we could have possibly done was tore the motor apart, had it rebored, new pistons, new rings, new bearings, but we didn't go that route. That was the owner, Jeff's, decision on that. And if you go that route, you guys are looking at a lot of money. But this motor ran fine, so I think we're all going to be good. You know, I feel pretty confident about it. So that's where we're standing at the car this weekend. And like I said, I would have had the speakers and everything installed, just totally spaced off that part back there being customized. So she's tore apart. We're not even worrying about those door panels and stuff, because we got brand new ones that are going to be put on, and that'll be those are going to be done at the upholstery shop. And the reason for that, when you buy the ones off of eBay, and they're like $200 a set, so $200 for the front, $200 for the rear. At the top of these door panels, there's a metal rail, and this upholstery gets glued to it. Okay, so everything's got to be put in just right, and it's cost a little bit more for the upholstery shop to do these this way, because they have to make sure everything lines up. And my upholstery guy says it's a real bitch, and if he says it's a real bitch, trust me, I believe him. But so the door panels will be all installed once we get to the shop, and then I'll bring them back, because I know they're already lined up, take them off and build, you know, get them all taped off and sprayed. And the new door panels that are in the box, they got gold carpet on them, so they're going to get the new buckskin carpet put on them, just like Stephanie's car and stuff. So that is the route that this car will go. So there's still things to do on it. It's just that you have to do things in sequence. You get things out of sequence, and you can really, really screw up stuff. So anyway, that's where we are this weekend. Obviously, if you guys have any questions, Jeff, obviously you guys have, Jeff, you have my phone number and stuff. And if I just haven't covered something to you're like, well, what the hell did you mean by this, Rick, and stuff like that, just let me know. Email me, drop me a message, call me if you have my phone number, and I'll explain what's going to be done. The other thing is we're going to do, Jeff is building the Kansas car. That's the car that he wants. And if you're a fan, you know which one the Kansas car is. So we're going to be coming in, and I'll be re-drilling this out, and you know, we'll be putting the spotlights in. No reason to do that now until we're ready to do the interior, because I'm going to have to run all the wiring underneath the dash and stuff, and it's going to get all new accelerator pedals. The steering wheel is going to be pulled. It's going to be painted. It's going to be black wrapped, and you know, one thing after another. New door handles and our new window cranks, and I mean, this car, once she starts coming together, I mean, it's going to look like Dean's car. So right now, obviously, it's a ways off, but everything that we're doing is exactly the way it was done on the show. So there you go. If you have any questions, anyone, Jeff, including you, like I said, give me a shout, and I'll answer your questions and tell you why we're doing it this way, and you know, what part or whatever you guys need to know. I'll answer that for you. So anyway, I hope everybody has a good weekend. We'll be coming back next weekend. Hopefully we can get that new package tray ordered, and it'll be to me. And because once that's installed and I get all the wiring run, then we're going to start on the weapons box. And then once the weapons box done, I want to get the weapons box done. Today is pretty cool, but next weekend's supposed to be like in the 60s. And if we can get that weapons box done, then we can come up here and start working on the front end and all that stuff, and get this ready, this car to take to Kansas City. So it'll get all the, you know, like I said, exhaust work done on it, and all the alignment done, and the upholstery shop and all that stuff. So there you go. Like I said, if you have any questions, give me a shout, and just talk to you guys on the next video, and you guys all have a good one. Bye.